Well, good afternoon to all the students of Devdeep classes as well as my viewers. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Devdeep Bose. I'm a faculty of computer science, but I do teach other subjects. Don't forget to miss out any videos from Devdeep classes as I pledge to come up with new and interesting videos for you all. Now, for the past couple of days, I was busy with my commitments of high school, so I could not upload any video. But today, due to some comfort time, I'm uploading again. This content is dedicated to the students of humanities, that is of class 12. So today we have been learning economics of class 12, part 2 of the book Indian Economic Development Pre-Independence is the chapter. So I welcome you all viewers to my channel, that is Devdeep classes. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please click the bell icon to subscribe. Now, what were the factors that had caused India's backwardness during the independence era? The first backwardness was stagnation. What was the reason for the stagnation? Agricultural goods were marketed, as a matter of fact, due to the commercialization. Okay, so the British Raj denied any form of rights that were basically responsible for the people to access all of them, the goods rather. And if we see in the pre-independence, that is, the British were generally oppressed the Indian colonies for the sake of one thing only. What was that thing? That most of the resources, they basically thought India as a treasure of their colonial outpost. That means in order to supersede industrial revolution in their own country, they extracted all the sources, minerals from India. The taxes were increased in order to support their war expenditures. Everything, all the measures were taken for the British to supersede their policies. Upon them, they also exercised land taxes, by which they were able to exercise the taxes regarding the food grains. Agricultural goods were also marketed in that period. Now, in the industrial sector, they did deindustrialization, which is a term for demarketizing a particular industry. Indian markets at that time were very rich in the handicrafts, basically the cotton woven clothes like khadi. So the British exercised on demarketizing them. The taxes of these clothes were increased in such a way that it went beyond the periphery of the common man's needs and capacity to buy. However, the industrial revolution in Britain was at the peak, so all the silk cloth and the cotton clothes woven in Manchester and Worcester were marketed into the Indian markets at fair price. So the Indian commoner generally rooted to the British goods, thereby exercising their monopoly, whereas the Indian goods monopoly went down. So this created a bleak growth of the Indian textile industry, and handicrafts were basically not the preference for the people anymore. Later on, we saw that this main motive behind the deindustrialization was a twofold motive. First, to exploit India's wealth, to take out the India's wealth, market it back to their own country. And second, they had to fulfill all the industrial inputs they had. Okay? Industrial input means basically to supersede the industrial revolution. They exploited the potential market basically. By exploiting the potential market, they formed their own territory of the market. Because the bleak growth of the Indian goods, no longer were buying the people were buying the Indian goods. So the market of the British good gradually became prominent. And the British normally rooted towards buying these goods. Okay. So on the direct upper hand, India's wealth decreased. Okay. The British government managed all the colonial ills in India. However, what was the reason for the colonial wealth of India being drained? Because of the colonial expenses Britain had towards India, supply of the war ammunitions, war expense as I told you, and also expanding the propaganda of imperialism. That means they were the colonizers. They said that we are making your country administrative civilized, so you owe us. So they had this propaganda. So with that propaganda, the drain further welled down the south. The demographic condition also played a high role in exhibiting all the stagnant and backwardness. There were higher birth rates and also increased death rate, making the situation quite peril. The occupational structure, however, was based on subsistence farming. So British even sought to capitalize that to extract a huge amount of tax from the farming population. Excuse me. The infrastructure referred to the elements of economic change as well as elements of the social change, which serves as foundation for the growth and development of the country. So infrastructure is always rooted towards the economic development of the country. It is a precondition that gives the economic as well as social development. After all the economy of a country is dependent upon the infrastructure. So at that time, they were not having that infrastructure too. So therefore, the economy could not barb wire to the top. Lastly, we see that the India's per capita and national income was not at all up to the mark. However, contributions of leading industrialists at that time, V.K.R.V. Rao, Dadabhai Nauroji, even J.R.D. Tata played a huge role in maclining it to the top. And the per capita income gradually at a stagnant rate do increase. Okay. So this was a very short topic of discussion for today that I sought to explain. What was the reason for the downfall of the Indian economy during the independence period, pre-independence rather. In the coming topics, we will also see what are the factors that caused the post-independence breakup. So with that, I come to an end of today's lecture. If you have any doubts, please resolve your doubts in the WhatsApp group of Devdeep Classes Online, and also you can mention your doubts in the YouTube comment section. More importantly, I am also available at the Zoom app. Those students who are interested to communicate with me through the Zoom app or any other apps, you can just ping in me on WhatsApp at the contact detail already provided. So thank you all for watching the video. I hope you have liked the lesson. If you have any queries, please don't forget to reach out to me. Thank you.